What's up, everybody? Thanks for clicking this video. Thanks for tuning into my channel. My name is Simon Hill, Black American from Louisiana, coming to you live from Budapest, Hungary. Today is November 16th, 2025, about 10:50 p.m. where I'm at right now, and we are continuing our Book to React series. This is series 15, and this is episode 1. We are doing Beasts of No Nation, the fictional book written by the Nigerian-American author Uzodinma Iweala. I hope I said that right. Pardon if I butchered this. This is the fiction book that inspired the great film by Idris Elba that was released on Netflix a few years ago, I think about 10 years ago or so. A pretty good film. It was better the first time I watched it. I watched it twice. It's decent. It's cool. I'm reading this book, actually, for an African literature class that I'm taking out here while in university out here in Budapest. Because this book is so short, I think we can knock it out in about 2 episodes or so. So we're just going to be reading this text. Hopefully this helps out anybody else who's studying in university, whether they're in an English class, I don't know, whatever class you're taking, right? Because I've gotten comments from some people that said, thank you so much for reading, so-and-so book. Because I'm reading it for class. So hopefully this helps you out. Hopefully you find this text interesting. It's a story about a young African child who's a part of a rebel army, and he is on the front lines. Without further ado, we will read the first 3 chapters of this text and then call it a day. So let's start here. Chapter 1, even though there are no numbers of the chapters as I see on the text. It is starting like this. I am feeling itch, like insect is crawling on my skin, and then my head is just starting to tingle right between my eye, and then I am wanting to sneeze because my nose is itching, and then air is just blowing into my ear, and I am hearing so many things. The clicking of insect, the sound of truck grumbling like one kind of animal, and then the sound of somebody shouting, "Take your position right now. Quick, quick, quick. Move with speed. Move fast. Oh," in voice that is just touching my body like knife. I am opening my eye, and there is light all around me coming into the dark through the hole in the roof, crossing like net above my body. Then I am feeling my body crunched up like one small mouse in the corner when the light is coming on. The smell of rainwater and sweat is coming into my nose, and I am feeling my shirt is so wet it is almost like another skin. I want to be moving, but my whole bone is paining me, and my muscle is paining me, like fire ants is just biting me all over my body. If I can be slapping myself to be making it go away, I am doing it. But I cannot even move one finger. I am not doing anything. Footstep is everywhere around me and making me to think that my father is coming to bring medicine to stop all of this itch and pain. I turn onto my back. The footstep is growing louder, 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 until I am hearing it even more than my own breathing or heart beating. Step, slap, step, slap, step, slap. I am hearing getting louder, 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 and then shadow is coming into the light from under the door. Somebody is knocking, knock, knock, but I am not answering. Then they are angrying too much and just kicking so the whole of this place is shaking and the roof is falling apart, small, small, so that more light is coming in. And the wood everywhere is cracking until I am hearing ping, ping, and seeing screw falling from the door into the bucket near my feet. The sound is fighting the wall, bouncing from here to there, through the net of light, until it is like the sound is pushing the door open, so there is so much brightness. Brightness. So much brightness is coming into my eye until I am seeing purple spot for a long time. Then I am seeing yellow eye belonging to one short dark body, with one big belly, and leg thin like spider's own. This body is so thin that his shirt is just blowing around his leg like woman's skirt, and his shirt is looking like dress the way it is hanging from his shoulder. His neck is just struggling too much to hold up his big head that is always moving one way or the other. I am looking at him. He is looking at me. He is not surprising at all to be seeing me, even if I am surprising for him. But his face is falling and becoming more dark. He is sniffing like dog and stepping to me. Kapawa, he is hitting me. Again and again, he is hitting me, and each blow from his hand is feeling on my skin like the flat side of machete. I am trying to scream, but he is knocking the air from my chest and then slapping my mouth. I am tasting blood. I am feeling like vomiting. The whole place around us is shaking, just shaking rotten fruit from the shelf, just sounding like it will be cracking into many pieces and falling on top of us. He is grabbing my leg, pulling it so hard that it is like it will be coming apart like meat, and my body is just sliding slowly from the stall out into the light and onto the mud. In the lights, my breath is coming back and using force to open my chest to make me to coughing and my eye to watering. The whole world is spreading before me, and I am looking up to the gray sky moving slowly, slowly against the top leaf of all the tall, tall Iroko tree. And under this, many smaller trees fighting each other to climb up to the sunlight. All the leaf is dripping with rainwater and shining like jewel or glass. The grasses by the road is so tall and green past any color I am seeing before. This is making me to think of jubilating, dancing, shouting, singing, because Kai, I am saying I am finally dead. I am thinking that maybe this boy is spirit, and I should be thanking him for bringing me home to the land of spirits. But before I can even be opening my mouth to be saying anything, he is leaving me on my back in the mud. The piece of cloth covering them is so torn up and full of hole, and the paint is coming off to showing so much rust, like blood, making me to thinking the truck is like wounding animal. And all around, all the truck, just looking like ghost or soldier. Some is wearing camouflage, other is wearing t-shirt and jean, but it is not mattering because all of the cloth is tearing and having big hole. Some of them is wearing real boots and the rest is wearing slipper. Some of them is standing at attention with their legs so straight that it is looking like they do not have knee. Some of them is going to toilet against the truck and other is going to toilet in the grasses. Almost everybody is carrying gun. The boy who is hitting me is running to the first truck. When he is reaching the door, he is bending down with his back so straight and his legs so straight. Only his head is moving back and forward, left and right on his neck. Then he is standing up and suddenly, quick just like that, the door of the truck is swinging open and hitting the boy right in his big belly, and he is just taking off like bird, flying in the air, landing on his bottom in a hole of water in the road. There is sound coming from all the other soldier. It is laughing sound. I am lying here even if I am wanting to get up because my body is just paining me and I am fearing that if I am moving, somebody will be doing something very bad to me. A man is coming down from the truck. He is looking like the leader. I am staring at the man and his jacket that is coming apart into many green string moving back and forward each time he is breathing in or out. He is wearing gloves so dirty they are almost yellow or brown, and his cap that he is holding in the sweaty place under his arm is flopping down because it is soaked almost all the way with his sweat. I am watching him move from truck to truck. The truck is so old that the paint is falling off, and the tire is so low that when he is kicking them, they are pressing in and out. All the other soldier is following each movement he is making. Even all the one holding their gun ready to shoot is shifting his head to be watching him looking at every truck. He is moving slowly like an important person to make sure that everybody looking at him is knowing he is chief. All of the other soldier is staring at him like he is king. I am staring also. By the time this leader man is leaving the last truck, they are surrounding him and all of them are moving the same way he is moving. They are following him to me. Their shadow is surrounding me and their leg is like cage around me. Nobody is saying one word and the man is chewing the inside of his cheek, just looking at me like I am ant or some insect like that. He is saying, "So who is finding this thing?" But nobody is answering. Then he is saying louder, "Why is this thing here on the ground?" The boy who is finding me is now coming back from my shack with some banana just as black as the road. He is wiping fruit from his mouth with his hand and walking to this big man who is saying to him, "Striker, it is you who is finding this thing?" And the little boy is nodding his head very hard, like he is happy that the man is knowing it is him. Eh, Striker, is it you? The man is saying. Hey, 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 He is shouting, and then he is turning to the other soldier and cursing them. So you mean of all of you grown men, only this boy, one skinny little thing like this, is finding this thing here. I am not moving, and the leader is throwing up his arm to the sky. He is shouting, "Where are you finding him?" so hard that his voice is becoming high and sounding like it is sticking in his throat. Striker is pointing his arm at the shack. Is that right? The man is saying and shaking his head like he cannot be believing it at all, at all. Sss, he is shouting. You, where is Lieutenant? Lieutenant, Lieutenant. And another voice is answering. He is in the bush. The grass is shaking, and man is coming from there, holding his trouser up with one hand and holding his gun with the other. His yellow skin is shining like gold, and sweat is shining on his beard. He is running to us and stopping when he is coming to be looking at me like he is confusing too much. Then he is saluting very lazy, not like everybody else who is looking like they are not even able to bend anything. Commandant Sa, he is shouting in voice that is even sounding like somebody whining. This man commandant is saying, "Come here. Come here," until Lieutenant is moving closer to Commandant, who is shouting, "Just what are you doing?" Lieutenant is not saying anything. "You don't know? Please, sir, I was shitting in the bush." And Commandant is grabbing Lieutenant's ear until the man is squeezing his face with so much pain. "Open your ear and listen to me well, Commandant is saying. If you are wanting to shit, you are not shitting on my time. Who are you? Just running into the bush like woman. If you are wanting to shit, you should be shitting right here on the road. You are not leaving this road for anything. Are you understanding me, Lieutenant?" He is nodding yes, yes, and all the other soldiers are trying not to be laughing by stomping their feet and coughing or pretending to sneeze. "Can you be telling me what this is?" Commandant is saying and pointing to me. "Why are you leaving Striker to bring him out?" "Oh God, what am I doing?" Lieutenant is saying. "He is spy, oh. It is ambush, oh. Let's just kill him and clear from this place." "Shut up your mouth," Commandant is shouting. "You and who is asking you to speak, idiot. If anybody is coming here, we will deal with them proper." Then everybody is starting to laugh, even Commandant, and while this is happening, I am seeing how Lieutenant is looking like he is wanting to be killing Commandant. He is grumbling to himself and making his hand into fist. Okay, I'll stop right here real quick to look at the comments. Nelson says, "I have seen the movie adaptation of this super sad communal shit." Okay. The movie was okay. I think Idris Elba was a bit too British. They should have got like a real African man. There was a scene in the film Beasts of No Nation where Idris Elba's character crosses his legs and reads the newspaper with his reading glasses at the tip of his nose, like an old English geezer. And that's when I got taken out of the film. Rewatch that film and look at that scene of Idris Elba being an English chap, you know what I mean, in the African savannah, and it will take you out the film. Anyway, let me just plug up the light real quick, and we're going to continue here with chapter 1. Okay. Anyway, Commandant is kneeling next to me and smiling, so I am seeing how his teeth is in his mouth anyhow, just yellow with gap here and there. His gum is black and his eye is so red. His nose is coming out into a very round bulb at the tip, which is sticking over his fat brown lip. He is stretching his glove to my face, grabbing it hard, but also soft like he is caring for me. And then he is looking at all the blood and dirt and mosquito bite and mud I am having on me from dragging on in the road. He is clicking his tongue and saying to Striker, "Are you trying to eat this one or what?" And Striker is shaking his head no. Since he is finding me, I can never hearing this boy speak. By now, I am knowing who is Striker and Commandant and Lieutenant. But there are so many person who is just not saying anything at all that I am wondering if they are even knowing how to speak. Commandant is turning to me. Do you want some water? He is saying softly, but I am not answering because I am floating on top of my body and just watching. The world is changing into many color around me, and I am hearing the people speaking, but it is like a different language. I am floating away like leaf in water until Kapishwa. I am feeling cold and more wet, and then how my body is so heavy all around me. Striker, Commandant is saying, go and bring more water. Striker is running to the last truck and jumping up. Then Commandant is saying to me, are you hungry? Are you thirsty? And because I am feeling much better and my head is feeling more clear, I am touching my belly and nodding my head yes. He is saying, well, that is no problem. If you are wanting food, you will eat. And if you are wanting drink, you will drink. But that is having to wait until you are telling me your name. How can I be sitting down to eat with a man who I am not knowing his name? Are you hearing me? I am nodding to him again, but word is not able to be coming from my mouth. You are having name, is it not? He is saying, and sticking his face into my own face. I am trying hard to remember, to be squeezing my thoughts for my name, but I am not getting anything. Now Commandant is getting angry and pointing to himself. My name is Commandant. Everybody is always calling me Commandant. What is everybody always calling you? I am shaking my head just trying to remember, as Commandant is just reaching to his belt and showing me one black gun like that. I am wanting to cry, and I am feeling like I am having to go to toilet. But I am knowing if I am doing this, he will be killing me just like that. So I am shaking my head and looking at his red eye until I am remembering just like that how in my village everybody is calling me Agu, because that is what my father is calling me. I am whispering Agu. My name is Agu because it is hard for me to be talking, and then I am seeing how Commandant is taking his hand from his gun and smiling. Agu, eh? They are calling you Agu. Well, that is what I will be calling you, he is saying. And I am breathing again, and my head is not hurting, so much because I am thinking, glory be to God, in the highest I am still living. Commandant is having smile crawling slowly onto his face, and he is turning to his soldier and saying, see, this one on the road. Do you see him? And they are all shouting, yes, yes, while Commandant is touching his beard and using his fingernail to pick all the scab and cut from between the hairs. He is looking from soldier to soldier, and everybody is staying quiet. Bring water, eh? He is just shouting, and Striker is handing him one small blue cherry can with red pop. One small blue jerry can with red top. Commandant is taking one dirty handkerchief from his breast pocket and wetting it with some water. Then he is grabbing the back of my head and rubbing my face, saying, well, if you are going to be eating with man, then you are having to be clean. I am feeling the water in all my scratch, bite and cut, and it is stinging me too much. I am wanting to shout, but he is smiling with his tongue in his teeth like he is finding and cleaning old treasure. I am so thirsty. I am grabbing the can, but Commandant is lifting it high into the air and pouring it onto my face and into my mouth. It is tasting of plastic and kerosene. It is having small grain of sand in it, but I am managing. It is making me feel somehow good. Lieutenant is snorting and stomping his feet. Commandant is saying to me, why are you just lying by the roadside like one dead rat? Lieutenant thinks you are a spy. Is it so? Lieutenant is saying something under his breath and staring at me like he could be chopping me to many pieces right there. So what is your business here? Lieutenant is shouting at me. Shut up your mouth. Commandant is shouting at him. Who is asking you to be opening this, your stupid mouth anyway? And then he is talking to me and saying, so what is it that you are doing here in one small stall just waiting? You should be telling me, are you spy? If you are not speaking, then hey. And he is taking one knife from its container on his leg. and it is having black handle and black blade, excepting the edge, which is just shining so sharp it is looking like it can even cut hair right down the middle. The shine is blinding my eye and making me to fear. Otherwise, he is saying, I will just be giving you to Lieutenant. Just look at him. I am not even knowing what he will be doing to you. Better you just tell me and I will be helping you. I am blinking because of the sharpness of the knife. Looking at it is making me to feel like my tongue is cutting loose and just readying to say this and that. My father is telling me to run. I am saying to Commandant, run far, far, so the enemy is just catching you and killing you. And then I am just hiding in the bush and running this way and that way, not knowing anything. I'm going to go to the comments real quick. Nelson says, they're going to do a Venezuelan version of this. Your country is doing military exercises there right now. I wouldn't be surprised. Beast of the BBL nation. We invade Venezuela. They send them white boys to Venezuela. We gonna have like, we gonna have a whole new species of people. They send them white boys to Venezuela. They gonna see them BBLs and be like, you know what? My country's on the wrong side of history. Anyway, Lieutenant is snorting again. Eh? Is that so? Commandant is asking me, where is this your father? And the other soldier is leaning forward until I am feeling like they are putting their eye on me, until their stare is just feeling like insect bite. I am not knowing. I am saying and trying very hard not to be crying so these people are not thinking I am fool. He is saying that he will find me. Commandant is sucking in his lip and touching my face softly, softly. He is taking my hand and pulling me onto my feet. Do you want to be soldier? He is asking me in soft voice. Do you know what that is meaning? I am thinking of before war when I am in the town with my mother and I am seeing men walking with brand new uniform and shiny sword, holding gun and shouting left, right, behind trumpet and drum, like how they are doing on parade. And so I am nodding my head, yes. If you are staying with me, I will be taking care of you and we will be fighting the enemy that is taking your father. Are you hearing me? He is stopping and licking his lip. Are you hearing me? Everything will be just fine. He is saying with his lips so close to my ear that I am hearing his saliva in his mouth. I am looking and seeing his smile and feeling his hand on my face touching me softly. I am seeing all of the soldier with gun and knife, and then I am thinking about my father, just dancing like that because of bullet. What am I supposed to be doing? So I am joining, just like that. I am soldier. And that's the end of chapter 1. Really hard to get into the story because it's written in such a very interesting way. Like every sentence is in the present continuous tense. So it's like I had to switch to my African accent to adjust. I'm not African by nationality or direct. Well, I'm African by lineage, of course, as you can see, right? But anyway, I just had to put that on because that seems to be the only way I can read this thing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go. Chapter 2. Lieutenant is saying, don't think. Just let it happen. He is saying that the second you are stopping to think about it, your head is turning to the inside of rotten fruit. Commandant is saying it is like falling in love. You cannot be thinking about it. You are just having to do it, he is saying. And I am believing him. What else can I be doing? They are all saying, stop worrying, stop worrying. Soon it will be your turn. And then you will know what is the feeling like to be killing somebody. Then they are laughing at me and spitting on the ground near my feet. We are stopping on the road and Stryker and myself are just sitting in the back of one truck, kicking the air with our leg and sweating with the sun. The wind is blowing softly in my ear and on my skin, and I am looking at Stryker and thinking all of the things I am learning as a soldier. I am learning to march, left, right, how to hide in the bush and stay very still so nobody can be seeing where I am, how to be walking one foot in front of the other so nobody is hearing me, running, jumping, rolling around on the ground, and singing all of the soldier song that we are singing when we are working or marching. I am liking the older men and how they are carrying gun and always looking so tough like they are in movie, and I am trying to be acting like them. But sometimes I am thinking of my home and my mother and father and sister, and I am saddened. And I am thinking about Stryker and asking myself why he is not even saying one word in this whole time I am soldier. If I am asking him question, then he is only shaking his head yes or no. So I am asking him all the time, even now while I am just sitting here waiting. Are you striking? And he is nodding yes. Are you having parents? And he is shaking his head no. Are you liking plantain? Nodding yes. Fish? Yes. Pear? Yes. Are you stupid? No. Why are you not talking? No answer. What is it like to be killing somebody? No answer. Stryker, he is looking at me. Interesting. Pardon, I'm a little bit sick. And then one scout they are calling Hope is shouting and running up the road. He is coming from the bush and yelling, "They are coming, all! They are coming again!" And as he is running, he is tripping on himself, running up the hill, and all his muscle are moving even after he is stopping, so he cannot be standing still. His gun is banging against his back like it is beating him to run faster, faster, faster. And I am laughing because he is looking not just like madman, but mad horse. Commandant is exciting, softly, softly, when he is seeing the scout running for his life up the hill. Eh? He is saying, and I am watching how he is folding his hand together and how his lip is just crawling to be smiling. Commandant is starting to sweating, and I am seeing how his shirt is also soaking through with sweat. Lieutenant is leaving him alone and looking like he is trying to find somewhere to be hiding. Commandant is thinking, and I am liking to watch him thinking. He is putting his one hand in all of his big hairs and the other to be picking his beard and walking up and down backward and forward like he is in cage, even if we are really standing outside in the open air. Then he is shouting order. Move this truck across the road. Park this truck here. Everybody, take your position. You in the bush, speed up, quick, quick. And we are all moving very quickly to do all the thing he is saying. We are causing so much confusion and chasing the small animal from the bush onto the road. Lizard and bush rat and frog, they are all running and hopping and jumping. They are running around the road like chicken with no head, just looking for a place to be hiding. Stryker is jumping up and down and grabbing his machete and then running to behind the tire of the truck, blocking the road. I am following him because I am not knowing, but I am putting myself behind the back wheel because there is not even enough space for two of us behind one wheel. Everybody is moving, rushing, jumping, hiding, and making noise until just like that it is quieting everywhere, and it is one looking like truck is breaking down on the road. Even before the war, this is always happening. And now it is happening even more because war is making it very hard to be fixing anything. I am sitting behind this tire, holding knife and waiting. I am watching mosquito everywhere, moving around in circle, like they are also waiting for something. If they are coming near to me, then I am beating them with my hand. But it is not doing anything. There are so many. I am looking out from behind my tire, and down the road the air is shaking, just like still water if you are throwing rock into it. And then I am seeing small truck moving closer, moving slowly like cow. They are not even thinking anything is wrong, and I am almost laughing and almost dying because my heart is beating so fast, and I am thinking about what is going to happen. They are not even knowing we are here, and are just coming to us like idiot. The first truck is stopping, some meter from where I am hiding. I am looking around the tire into the eye of the driver. His window is shining with so much sun, but somehow is still looking dark. Next to him, one man with uniform is making sign. His face is scrunching up with fear, and it is looking like his lip is pulling down all of his face, his nose, his eye, his eyebrow. They are looking at each other, and then the driver is just disappearing behind the steering wheel. I am remembering the soldier who are coming to my village, and I am holding my machete closer. I am liking how it is feeling in my hand, like it is almost part of my body. I am looking at the man and looking at Stryker, and I am saying to myself, if it is time to be killing, I am ready. But I am putting my hand between my leg because I am feeling like I need to be going to toilet. My heart is beating, bump, 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 and I am finding it hard to be breathing, but I am still saying God will be helping me. I am ready. I am watching. The enemy is not even trying to fight, and I am just looking to tirading to even be thinking anything like fight, fight. I think what he's saying, the enemy is not even trying to fight, and the enemy looks too tired to be thinking of fighting. So, wahala, wahala. Even if they are not yet seeing a soldier anywhere on the road, they are jumping down from their truck, looking like they are going to cry. Please do not shoot us, the man in the uniform is shouting. We are not having any weapon, or any food, or any money, or any ammo, anything. Please just let us go. Go into the comments. Nelson says, Simon, did you see the Epstein emails? Trump was sucking Bubba. I saw that Trump was sucking on Bubba, but I also saw that some German scientist was typing about blacks and low IQ. And so I guess Jeffrey Epstein was a part of the Christmas Adventurers collective. Anyway, Christmas Adventurers Club. Anyway, so they got this truck surrounded, and they're just civilians, and I guess they're about to kill him, I guess. So here we go. I am counting them. They are only 20, and they are looking like they are already dead. Blood is just covering all of their clothes and skin, sometimes even their eye, but I cannot be knowing if it is their blood or another person's blood, and they are even walking so slow like old men with walking stick. The head man of the enemy is shouting, see, our hand is up and we are not having gun. No weapon at all. There is silence, and then I am hearing commandant shouting from the grass by the road. Number 1, this territory is belonging to all of us rebel. You are trespassing. Number 2, take off all of your clothes and put them on the road. Number 3, lie down with your face on the ground and your hands stretching all the way out. If you are not doing this in 10 seconds, we will be shooting you dead. Are you understanding me? I am watching the enemy looking at each other, and I am counting 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 10, but they are not taking off their clothes. Then I am hearing kapawap, like 1 million people clapping, and then kapoing when bullet is hitting the metal door of the enemy truck. The enemy is looking at each other and whispering until commandant is shouting from the bush, come on, I said off your clothes. Everybody, take off your clothes right now. Then the enemy is taking off their clothes very fast, just ripping the shirt and ripping the trouser and throwing it to the ground. Their body is just shining with sweat in the sun, and the mosquito is coming to them slowly, slowly. Some of them are having underwear full of hole, covering their thing, and others are having to use hand to be keeping everybody from seeing it. Lie down, commandant is shouting. Put your hand on the ground. They are lying down, and I can see the tear on the face of one enemy. He is coughing and sniffling and whispering. I think he is saying, I am not wanting to die. Please, God, I am not wanting to die, but I am too far away to be hearing him. I think this is what he is saying, and I am looking at him and even feeling sorry for him, but then I am remembering my father. Commandant is coming out of the bush, smiling and sweating and holding his gun, ready to shoot anybody who is not following his order. Behind him, everybody else is coming from the bush from all sides until there is not even any one place for the men to be running. Stryker is coming out from behind his wheel, so I am following him. He is collecting all of the enemy uniform and taking them to the truck. The mosquito is getting closer, closer. Who is the leader? Commandant is shouting, but nobody is answering. He is walking up and using his weapon to touch the enemy, who is talking first and begging, please do not shoot us. You, where are your weapons? He is shouting, get up. Where are they? The man is saying, we don't want trouble, or we don't have any weapon. But Commandant is saying, oh, this enemy dog is not wanting trouble. And everybody, excepting me and Stryker, who is never making any noise, is laughing, kehi, 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 like it is the best joke in the world. Then Commandant is kicking this enemy man in the stomach very hard, and the man is just dropping onto his knee and vomiting all over the ground. Commandant is shouting, search the truck, and 3 soldiers are running to search the truck. Then Commandant is telling me, Agu, come here, Come here right now. And then he is telling the enemy chief to kneel down, even though the man is already kneeling down and vomiting. I am standing in my place and I am just fearing. I am not wanting to be killing anybody today. I am not ever wanting to be killing anybody. Bloody fool, he is saying to me. Come here and bring that machete. But I am still not moving. Commandant is stepping to me and grabbing my neck. You idiot, he is shouting. Come here. Come here right now. He is dragging me to the enemy soldier. Do you see this dog? He is shouting. You want to be a soldier, eh? Well, kill him. Kill him now. I am starting to crying and I am starting to shaking. And in my head I am shouting, no, no, no. But my mouth is not moving and I am not saying anything. And I am thinking, if I am killing, then I am going to hell. So I am smelling fire and smoke and it is hardening to breathe. And I am just standing there crying, shaking, looking. Then I am seeing just like that. One enemy soldier is trying to run for the bush. His thing is just bouncing up and down, and his bottom is slapping until... I'm sorry. I tried to hold it in, but that's kind of too funny. That's kind of too funny, bro. Sorry. His thing is just bouncing up and down, and his bottom is slapping until I am hearing gunshot, and then seeing his flesh from his legs scattering on the road. He is falling to the ground, but he is not even saying anything, not screaming or crying or shouting, but he is still moving, just dragging his naked body with his arm and one leg like he can still be running away. Nobody is even looking at him anymore, but I am hearing the sound of his moving, and it is sounding like lizards scratching on the roof. I am shaking and holding my thing. I am wanting to vomit. Nobody is moving, nobody is moving. Commandant is yelling. Anybody who is trying to run away will not be having leg to run with. Understand? Please, sir. Please, oh. We are not doing anything. The enemy man is saying from the ground and looking like cow because he is putting his hand for ground and just breathing like cow is making noise. Please, sir. And his tear is running down his face. They are mixing with his sweat and he is blinking so much. Please now, sir. Don't just kill us, oh. Just take us. Make us pow. Please, oh, we don't have anything. Oh, please make us POW, I guess. Prisoners of war. I see. I thought that was POW, like a gunshot. So the guy is saying, please make us a prisoner of war. Don't kill us, all right? All right. Kamal says, bless you, comrade. Never hold it in. I appreciate that. Kamal the realist, man. Shout out to Kamal. I be sneezing. People don't say, Yahamakallah. You know what I'm saying? They don't say none of that. Except Kamal. That's my guy. That's my guy. All right. Now, Kamal, kill him. Kill him, Kamal. I'm sorry, man. Anyway, one of the men is jumping down from the enemy truck and shouting to Commandant, who is looking up from the enemy chief and watching the soldier throw down 4 guns, too big, too small. They are opening up their hand to be showing that they are not finding anything else. Commandant's eye is flashing and he is slapping the enemy soldier with the back of his hand. You are a liar, he is shouting and hitting him again and again and again. Liar and idiot. Stupid somebody. I am watching the man as he is just falling onto his hand and knee and spitting blood onto the road. Commandant is kicking him and I am hearing kawad, kawad, knocking inside my head. He is opening his trouser and pulling out his thing and saying to me, see Agu, see how we are dealing with this enemy. And I am hearing sss and seeing how Commandant is squeezing his eye and mouth and teeth while he is just going to toilet all over the enemy man. He is saying when he is closing his trouser and everybody is laughing, Kehi, Kehi, Kehi. See this bloody goat. Get up, you bloody fool. Kneel. Come on, kneel. None of the other enemy is even looking up from the ground. Some of them is going to toilet and making the whole air to stink. I am spitting because there is too much saliva in my mouth. Kill him, Commandant is saying in my ear and lifting my hand high with the machete. Kill him, oh. The enemy is saying to me, please don't kill me, oh. Please, I beg, eh? Please, God will bless you. And each time he is talking, he is spraying saliva and blood everywhere. Then he is starting to piss, and he cannot even be stopping himself. See this man, Commandant is saying? Look at him. He is not even man. He is just going to toilet like sheep or goat or dog. He is grabbing my neck and whispering into my ear, kill him now, because I am not having the time. Oh, if you are not killing him, Lieutenant will be thinking you are spy, and who can know if he won't be just killing you. He is squeezing my hand around the handle of the machete, and I am feeling the wood in my finger and in my palm. It is just like killing goats. Just bring this hand up and knock him well. He is taking my hand and bringing it down so hard on top of the enemy's head, and I am feeling like electricity is running through my whole body. The man is screaming, "Aye!" louder than the sound of bullet whistling, and then he is bringing his hand to his head. But it is not helping because his head is cracking, and the blood is spilling out like milk from coconuts. I am hearing laughing all around me, even as I am watching him trying to hold his head together. He is annoying me, and I am bringing the machete up and down, hearing kapwad every time, and seeing just pink, while I am hearing the laughing all around me. Then I am hitting his shoulder, and then his chest, and looking at how Commandant is smiling each time my knife is hitting the man. Stryker is joining me, and we are just beating him and cutting him while everybody is laughing. It is like the world is moving so slowly, and I am seeing each drop of blood and each drop of sweat flying here and there. I am hearing the bird flapping their wing as they are leaving all the tree. It is sounding like thunder. I am hearing the mosquito buzzing in my ear so loud that I am feeling how the blood is just wetting on my leg and my face. The enemy's body is having deep red cut everywhere, and his forehead is looking just crushed. So his whole face is not even looking like face because his head is broken everywhere, and there is just blood. I am vomiting everywhere. I cannot be stopping myself. Commandant is saying it is like falling in love, but I am not knowing what that is meaning. I am feeling hammer knocking in my head and chest. My nose and mouth is itching. I am seeing all of the color everywhere, and my belly is feeling empty. I am growing hard between my leg. Is this like falling in love? Then I am falling down on the road and just watching as they are killing everybody, just cutting arm and using it to beat somebody else's head. And I am watching the man with his leg shot, still scratching down the road as if he can be going somewhere. His leg is leaving trail like leaking car, and I am seeing mosquito everywhere flying in all circle around us. Okay, that was a very graphic chapter. But still very good. So that was better than the first chapter. I like that chapter. It was very descriptive, very brutal. You know what I'm saying? Very dope. I like that. Let's go to chapter 3. This will be the final chapter we will read today, and then we're going to call it a day. I am not your bad boy. I am not bad boy. I am soldier, and soldier is not bad if he is killing. I am telling this to myself because soldier is supposed to be killing. So if I am killing, then I am not doing what is right. So if I am killing, I am only doing what is right. I am singing song to myself because I am hearing too many voices in my head telling me I am bad boy. They are coming from all around me and buzzing in my ear like mosquito. And each time I am hearing them, they are choking my heart and making my stomach to turn. So I am singing, soldier, soldier, kill. That is how you live. That is how you die. This is my song, and I am singing all of the time. Wherever we are going to be reminding myself that I am only doing what soldier is supposed to be doing. But it is never working because I am always feeling like bad boy. So I am thinking, how can I be bad boy? Me, bad boy? Somebody who is having life like I am having and fearing God the whole time. I am learning how to read very early in my life from my mother and father. When I am very small, before even my sister is born, I am always sitting with my mother on the floor of the kitchen and watching her washing all the plates. In the evening, I am always sitting on the floor just watching her with her bottom sticking high into the air and her breast touching her knee while she is working to make the kitchen so clean that not even fruit fly is wanting to put its egg inside. I am liking to read so much that my mother is calling me Professor. I am pulling her dress and she is saying to me, 2 more minutes, Professor, only 2 more minutes. Then she is locking the door and holding my hand as we are walking to the main house. Inside, my father is always just sleeping, or listening to his radio, so we would be moving quietly. getting the matches from the wood table in the middle of the room, and lighting the lamp just in case they are taking the light. All of this is making me to agitate because it is taking so long until finally she is coming to the bookshelf and pretending to search for just the right book. The shelf was having many books of different size and different color, some red, some yellow, some blue, and some brown. But the one I am always wanting her to pick, the only one that I am wanting to hear, is the one that is holding all of the other book up, the big white Bible. I was so small and the book was so big that I am almost not even able to be carrying it. But I am enjoying how the cover is so soft and how the letter saying Holy Bible was made of gold. This was my favorite book because of how it is looking and because of all the story inside of it. Whenever my mother is touching it, I am shouting that one, and she is saying, "Shh, don't be so loud or you will be waking your father." I was always sitting in her laps on our favorite chair, and we are staring at the small letter on the page. She was reading over my shoulder, and I am feeling her lip moving in my ear as she was saying each word. My mother is reading very slowly because she is not school teacher, like my father, who is knowing too much about book. She is not going to school for long enough like my father, but she was always saying, I am knowing enough to read the only book that is mattering. This is why Pastor is liking her so much. She is reading to me about how Cain is killing his brother Abel and how God is visiting Abraham, and about Jonah living in the fish. She was also reading about how God is making Job to suffer very much, but how he is rewarding him at the end, and how David is killing Goliath. Each time she is reading this story, I would be thinking in my head that I am standing here looking at how all the army is shining with gold and bronze in the sun, and how Goliath is laughing until David is cutting off his head. I am seeing all of these things when she is reading and thinking that I am wanting to be warrior. And all the time my mother is reading, I am pointing to each word and asking, what is that? What is that? So she can be telling me and I can be learning. We were doing this every evening until my mother is saying, okay, Agu, it is enough now. My eye is tired. When my mother is not there, I was going to the shelf to be reading the Bible myself. My mother was still reading to me every night, but I was also able to be reading by myself. And soon, when my father was coming back from work to be sitting in his short and singlet, listening to the radio in his favorite chair, I was sitting with him, and not my mother and I would be reading to him what I was teaching myself from the Bible. So now he's reading from the Bible and not his mother, I guess. That's how I'm interpreting that sentence. Because it says, I was sitting with him and not my mother. Okay, so yeah, now he's sitting with his father and reading from the Bible. Okay. All right, I see. So, sorry. Once again, the writing style makes some of it hard to follow, but I'm starting to get the hang of it now. Most of this book I'm getting. Like, unless I stop at a sentence, I'm understanding all of it. So, anyway. So he's sitting with his father reading from the Bible and also teaching himself by reading the Bible. Okay. I was wanting to show him that I am big enough to be going to school so I can be learning everything that he is knowing that is making everybody in the village to like him so much. I was always asking him every day, tomorrow, can I be going to school? Tomorrow, can I go to school? And he was always saying to me, just wait. Agu? Why are you wanting to grow so big so fast? Then I would be going to my mother to be begging her to help me go to school. Then I was wanting to go so much that each time I would be crying to her to make my father take me to school, and she is saying to me that if I am crying like this, then at school they will just be laughing at me. So when my father is coming home, I was first asking him how is his own school that he is teaching, and then I was asking him if I am big enough, and he was telling me to take my right hand and put it over my head to touch my left ear. But I was too small to be doing that, so he was telling me, Agu, you are not ready yet. Until one day, I was running to my father and saying, look, and then taking my hand over my head and touching my ear. He is smiling and saying, okay. And then the next day, we are going to the primary school where everybody is wearing uniform that is red short and white shirt. And if you are a boy, and red skirt and white skirt if you are a girl. I was looking at all of them holding one red notebook and biro in their hand and standing in line not making any noise. The boys were all having heads shaved and the girls were all having plaits so that everybody is looking the same. I wanted to be wearing uniform and carrying red notebook and biro too much, so I was just standing there agitating. My father was taking me to Mistress Gloria, who is the head teacher, and asking her if I can be going to school. But she was asking, this one, isn't he too small? And I was looking at how Mistress Gloria is having her fat belly and big cheek, and I wanted to be saying, I am only too small because you are so big. But my father is saying, no, he is not small, and Mistress Gloria is having to take me in. Because my father was school teacher and my mother is always reading to me from the Bible, I was already reading when the other children are just trying to learn. I was the smartest person in my class, so smart that the only thing I am having to learn is writing. Mrs. Gloria was seeing how smart I am, and she is moving me up with the other people in primary one. So I am just sitting on a bench with other people bigger than me. When all the other students are having their leg touch the ground while they are sitting, my own was just swinging back and forward in the air. The school is just one big building with blackboard at the front of classroom. This is where Mistress Gloria is standing when she is teaching lesson. All of the class are having their lesson in this one room so that Mistress Gloria was teaching every class up to primary 6. She was always holding one large wooden ruler so that she would be using to hit you on the head if you are not behaving well. Sometimes during the day, we are having quiet time where the younger people is having to put their head down on their desk and all the older one is having to copy their lesson in their notebook. I am always doing my lesson at home, so during quiet time, I am sitting and thinking about different things. I always liked thinking about everything that I am reading in book until it is time to play. Even though I am learning with the older children, I am always playing with all my mates. I am having one very good friend who is having engineer for father, so they are some of the rich people in the village. My friend's name was DK. He was tall past me, even if we are the same age, but he was still my best friend. But these things are before the war, and I am only remembering them like dream. I am seeing my school and all of my friends. I am seeing Mistress Gloria and her curly black wig of hairs that she was always shifting around because it is not staying on her head well. Some people were hating Mistress Gloria and always making fun of her by pushing out to their big belly and walking around like fat goat. But I am liking Mistress Gloria and she was liking me. She was always saying to me softly when I was leaving the classroom after helping her to clean up, Agu, make sure you study book, eh? If you are studying hard, you can be going to the university to be doctor or engineer. All of this thing that she was always telling me are making me to be happying because I was seeing how the doctor and the engineer is being treated. I was putting all this thing in my head and remembering them, but not letting them be taking up too much of my time as I am young. So after talking with her like this each day, I was then going to play with all of my friends in the schoolyard. I was having many friends in my village because all the other children were thinking that I am nice boy, and also I am the best at all of the game and all of the lesson we are learning. So they are all liking me and wanting to be my friend. But the person who was really liking me and who was really liking was my best friend DK. We are always doing everything together in the village. So after going from Mistress Gloria, I was going with DK to be going behind the schoolyard with some of the other boy to be playing football in the dust with one flat ball that is never very good to kick, or we are having the race that I am always winning and I am flying up and down the schoolyard even if I am not wearing slipper. I am liking school very much and always thinking about going until the war is coming, and then they are stopping school because there is no more government. I am always going to church every Sunday, where I am first going to the Sunday school to be sitting outside under the shade of one big tree in the church compound with all of my mates and sometimes, if she is not causing too much trouble, my sister, to be listening to the women reading us more story from the Bible about Jesus and Joseph and Mary and telling us that we should watch out so that we are taking the hard road and not the easy road. And then we are saying prayer for forgiveness and the Our Father and also singing many songs because God is liking music more than just talking. So if we are singing, then he is listening to us well. They are always telling us that God is liking children so much that he is always watching us. Sometimes, after Sunday school is finishing, I am going into the big gray church and sitting with my mother and father, who are dressing in their nice clothes, and listening to pastor shouting and sweating. I am feeling how the wood is choking my bottom with splinter and how the fan above is shaking so much that it is looking like it is going to fall and be cutting off my head. I was always watching how the women would be dancing so that their cloth is shaking and they are having to tie it again and singing very loud when it is time to put their money in the collection plate. And the men are just shuffling their feet and bowing their head so their chin is touching their chest. And on Sunday, there are other things that we are doing in my village. When there is no school and no chore, all my friend and me are making all kind of game to be playing. Sometimes we are playing that we are grown up and doing grown up thing like driving car and flying plane or being doctor or boatman. And sometimes we are playing that we are soldier like we are sometimes seeing in movie and taking sticks and using them as gun to be shooting at each other and falling down each time to pretending we are dead. And each time we are playing all this game, we are having so much fun and laughing and running and yelling all up and down the road of the village. All the small children are watching us and wanting to be like us, and even the grown people are watching us, and even if they are yelling at us to stop making so much noise, I am knowing from the way that they are shouting through their teeth that they are trying not to be smiling because they are also wanting to be just like us. So we were playing all this game then and thinking that to be a soldier was to be the best thing in the world because gun is looking so powerful and the men in movie are looking so powerful and strong when they are killing people. But I am knowing now that to be a soldier is only to be weak and not strong and to have no food to eat and not to eat whatever you want. And also to have people making you do things that you are not wanting to do and not to be doing whatever you are wanting, which is what they are doing in movie. But I am only knowing this now because I am soldier. I am soldier now. So I am singing to myself, soldier, soldier, kill. That is how you live. That is how you die. I can't make it rhyme. I can't make it work. I don't know. And I am remembering to myself that I am doing all of this thing before I am soldier, and it is making me feel better. If I am doing all of this good thing and now only doing what soldier is supposed to be doing, then how can I be bad boy? Okay, that was actually a really cool chapter. I really liked that chapter. That was because I think religion sort of teaches us about war. As kids, we play cops and robbers, soldiers versus soldiers and stuff like that. Like, being a boy, being a young man is sort of like being prepared to be militarized in a certain type of way. You know what I mean? But it's also cool to see his backstory that he wasn't always this cold-blooded killer. He actually was a good kid, and he just got, turned out in a mad city. Mad country? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to pick up on chapters 4, 5, 6, maybe also 7 tomorrow. We're probably going to wrap this up tomorrow because I got to finish this book by... I gotta finish this book by Tuesday, actually. So yeah, we're gonna probably put in overtime shifts tomorrow, 2 episodes, and call it a day. Y'all be easy out there, and peace.